If y'all don't mind, I'm gonna say a quick prayer. If y'all don't mind, I'm gonna say a quick prayer before we start because I've been in a little bit of a slump recently as far as just mentally, man, emotionally. I've been in a little bit of a slump. So for me to be starting the camera up, going on here and talking that talk again, I feel like myself. I feel like I'm home. But at the end of the day, I want God to protect me. So I'm gonna say a quick prayer. Feel free to join in on the prayer. Feel free to close your eyes, bow your head, and join me. But I'm gonna say a quick prayer if y'all don't mind. And this is gonna be a prayer that I say daily. This is very, very personal to me. But it's a little bit of a poem in a way. It's something that I've said since I was young, and I've always been in my head and even know very, very emotional states. You know, this is something that I've always said to myself. So here we go. Dear Lord, the battles we go through life, we ask for a chance that's fair, a chance to equal our stride, a chance to do a dare. If we should win, let it be by the code with faith and honor held high. But if we should lose, we'll stand by the road and cheer as the winners go by. But day by day, we get better and better until we can't be beat, until we won't be beat. Jesus, I love you and I need you. Amen. Welcome back to the Hooga. Welcome back to the Hooga. So we're back in the Hooga. We just recently came from DC. We was out there with Donnie P. We were on the We Just Talking podcast, and it was amazing. It was very, very touchy, I would feel like, because that was the conversation that I led it to. You feel me? I went in there and I was a little bit down. Like I said, that I was in a bit of a slump mentally and emotionally. So when I went there, I wasn't necessarily like low energy. I was just a different type of energy that I don't think that the world has seen me in. You feel what I'm saying? So it was very, very new for the team over there to see me in that headspace. But that episode will be dropping, I believe, either Wednesday or Thursday. So when y'all see that, I hope that y'all enjoy it. I do think that that's a part of me that I feel like y'all should see a lot of men in. You feel me? I think that's a headspace that I feel like a lot of men should be viewed in. So it was dope. It was dope. I should just tell y'all like what has had me in a slump. I feel like, you know, creatively I can go all day. There's a million things to talk about. There's a million things to do. But I also feel like there's a certain way that I'm supposed to be for the people around me, for the people who I create content for. You feel what I'm saying? And it puts you in a bubble that you don't necessarily want to be in. Now, I understand that my greatest strength could always be like something that my brothers told me is that my greatest strength is also my greatest weakness. Right? So my greatest thing, I'm stuttering. My greatest strength is also my greatest weakness. You feel what I'm saying? And it's always my mind. It's always my intellect. It's always me overthinking things and always driving myself into directions that I don't need to drive myself. And that's the problem with the whole me versus me thing. Anytime you view things as you versus you, you got to understand that as many punches as you land is as many punches as you receive at the same time. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of times that's the headspace that I get myself into is I'm working so hard. I'm going so hard. I'm trying to 10X things. I'm trying to create new things. I'm trying to be something new. And I don't understand that I'm competing against myself. So every win that I take is also a loss. So anybody who feels that way, the best thing that I can tell you is to just calm down just a little bit and don't run yourself dry and don't use up all of your gift before you get an actual chance to smell the flowers. You feel what I'm saying? The thing about a gift is that it's supposed to be harnessed. It's supposed to be taken care of. It's supposed to be put on a pedestal, and it's supposed to be used to its highest ability at the right times when it's supposed to be used. But if you overuse it, you're going to burn it out, and then at that point, it's not a gift. You feel what I'm saying? So that's where I've been at. I just felt like I was just a little bit burnt out. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm back. I'm back. I feel like I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm ready to be creative, and I feel like I'm ready for some questions. So what we got? What we got? Let's get right into it. Let's talk that talk because I feel like, you know, it's been a minute since I got a chance to talk that talk. I switched the camera angle up a little bit. You feel me? I got the camera angle a little bit to the left, so y'all gonna see some new shit. But yeah, though, I feel like it's been a minute since I was able to be in here and just talk that talk. I've also said that I am ready to do some guests. So I'll be doing some guests very, very soon. You'll be seeing some people sitting in this chair right next to me, and we'll be in the Hooga, and we'll be talking that shit. So some new things are coming. For sure. But whatever questions we got, I want y'all to start dropping them, squill, pin them for me, and let's get rolling. Salud. What the fuck is in my cup? I think I poured this shit into a dirty cup. At the end of the day, I'm still finna drink this shit. I don't care. Nah, I care. This shit is nasty. What the fuck? How did I do this? Do I care? I don't care. It's stuff flirting. It's stuff like floating in my cup. What's the hardest thing to accept in a relationship? Oh, I feel like the hardest thing to accept in a relationship is that people have other relationships and other people in their lives that they need to attend to a very, very high standard. You feel me? So you may be in a relationship with this person, but this person still has other people around them that need just as much as attention as you do. But you don't realize that because in a romantic relationship, you view yourself as the closest person to this person. But in reality, if you're straight, if there's little things that you need, if there's little attention that you need compared to the person who actually needs them to be there for them, it's very, very hard to understand that. And then you feel deprioritized because you don't understand the magnitude of what this other relationship in their life consists of. You feel what I'm saying? There's people who I know who have people in their lives that really cannot live without them, can't breathe without them, cannot function without them. But you will never, ever realize that if you view yourself as the greater than and you put yourself on a pedestal in somebody else's life. So I feel like the hardest thing to accept is that people have other people that they love just as much as they love you, and they deserve all of the same attention that you get. But it takes a very, very humble, it takes a very, very secure person to see things that way. You feel me? So it's like, even me in my life, I got a lot of people who need me, who call on me, who need me to pull up for them, who need me to be there for them in so many different ways. But I've also been in relationships where that person did not necessarily need me to be on call to that standard, to that magnitude, right? But anybody who is viewing themselves as like, okay, cool, my person needs to put me on a pedestal. My person needs to answer every single call that I call them. Like, my person needs to do this and da 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 da. You put yourself in a position where you're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna be disappointed. So that's another thing too, is that I feel like in a relationship, disappointment is expecting yourself from somebody else. So a lot of the things that you're willing to do for this person, they may not be capable of doing it for you. That's the hard truth. That's what's very, very hard to accept, is that, okay, cool, I have a couple dollars. Okay, cool, I'm really good at planning a date. Okay, cool, I'm really good at communicating. That does not mean that the person you with is good at those things. But disappointment is expecting that person to be able to do things to the same magnitude as you. You're going to always run yourself into a corner. So if you expect yourself from other people, if you expect yourself from the person that you with, you're going to drive yourself crazy. So I always tell people to not date with the intentions of attaining another thing. Date that person with the intention of, I'm just going to love them for whoever they are and whoever they present themselves to be. So I think the hardest thing to accept is that, maybe this person cannot do and is not capable of doing the same things that I can. And that's completely fine. But it takes a very, very secure person to be comfortable with dating somebody just for them and them specifically. And anybody who can't, they reveal what they really, really there for. And that's just the way that I view it. Do you believe in gender roles? I don't believe in gender roles, but I believe in roles. I believe that if somebody is really, really good at cooking in a timely manner and can get the plates out in a timely fashion and we can eat before it get cold, that person should be cooking. I feel like if there's a person who has big muscles and they can carry heavy shit, that person should be carrying the groceries in. I feel like if there's a person who's a lot tougher, who can really stand on business, that person should be the protector. I feel like if there's a person who has all of the resources and all of the money and makes buku cheese, that person should be paying for shit. So I don't believe in gender roles. I think gender roles puts emphasis on a woman should do this and a man should do this. No, I put an emphasis on y'all should take care of each other. And whatever that looks like is the way that it should look. It's going to look different for everybody. It's fine, but it's not gender specific. It's specific to whatever situation that they're in. So I don't want to put an emphasis on man versus woman. I don't think that I don't think that that should be a thing. I think that a thing should be, okay, let's come together, let's be a team, and let's flex our muscles to the best of our ability. That's what businesses do. So before you think gender roles, right? So when we talk about gender roles, before we think gender roles, let's think business. Let's think business, right? When it comes to a business, when it comes to these big ass corporate jobs, these big ass buildings, they hire people who are really good at what they do. They don't hire a man because men are supposed to be good leaders. No, they hire whoever the fuck is the best leader for this company. They don't hire a woman because women are nurturers and women are soft and women are gonna help the communication around a team. No, they hired a woman who's best at whatever job that she serves for this company. Then they come together and they run a fully functional business in a big building and they make so much money and they do a great thing because they don't put an emphasis on gender. They put an emphasis of, okay, show up and be your best self for the betterment of us. Why shouldn't a relationship be ran the same way? Really, really think about that. We put an emphasis on so much shit that makes absolutely zero sense. I'm telling you right now, if I can cook my ass off, if I can cook really good food and I meet a woman who cannot cook food that tastes as good as mine, I'm not finna put the burden on her to learn how to cook better so we can eat. No, I'm gonna just cook the food. What's the point of a gender role? What the fuck we not gonna eat? Or I gotta eat mediocre food because I'm too proud and I have too much pride to just do the thing? That's crazy. That's crazy. I know women who make dumb money. I know women who make so much money but cannot get a man because they are waiting on a man who makes more money than them to provide for them. That's crazy. So you just never gonna be in love. You just never gonna meet the person that's right for you because you're looking at what comes after the fact. Like, that's crazy to me. That's why gender roles shouldn't matter, because it's like, when you think gender roles, you're treating somebody, ooh, I got a bar. Let me take a sip. I'm about to drop a bar. I ain't gonna lie, before I drop the bar though, I'm mad as fuck my cup is dirty. My cup is filthy right now. I think I had some coffee in it. That's what it is. I think I had some coffee in it and I didn't wash it. And then I went to yeah, that's nasty. Okay, anyways. So let's talk about pure intentions in a relationship, right? I feel like a lot of people are out here dating to marry. I feel like a lot of people are out here dating to become a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or people are dating because they want somebody to take care of them, or people are dating because they want some pussy. It's so many things that people date for. But I feel like intentions should be thrown out, and the only reason you should engage yourself in anything romantic with a person or any relationship in any way is to just treat the person correctly and enjoy the time that y'all have enjoy the time that y'all have with each other, basically, right? There's a quote, Mark Manson, he wrote The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I just watched his interview on Diary of a CEO, and he said that rather than treating people as a means to an end, you should treat the person as an end themselves. And basically what he meant by that is that unethical behavior and toxic relationships are birthed from dealing with somebody because you want what comes after them, because you want something that's standing behind them, but getting to it, you need to go through them, right? So if I wanted to make $1 million, and I said, my goal is $1 million, I'm gonna use this person to give me $1 million. I'm gonna do that person dirty because I'm not thinking of their best interest. I'm just thinking about my million. When in reality, I can think about the best thing possible for both of us in this situation, the best things that's gonna make both of us have something fruitful. And then we might have to split the million 50-50. But at the end of the day, we built an amazing relationship and we can continuously do business together. And we have a long-term relationship because we did each other correctly. So that's the purpose that I feel like intentions serve, is that you need to have intentions of just doing really, really good things with whoever you're dealing with. And just treating the person correctly. I feel like that's the only thing that matters. And if you do not do that, you deviate from having something fruitful and having something generous and having something reciprocal. Me and my spoon today. My mic. This is like my mic when this mic is off. Sorry, y'all. I've been sipping a little bit. Talk to me. What we got? My cup is filthy, man. Uh, why is it when you walk away from someone that you know is not good for you, it breaks your heart? Because we're very, very considerate of other people's feelings, right? So regardless of what happened to us, regardless of how dirty we got did in the process, we're always thinking about how our actions will affect the person across from us because we love that person across from us. It's very, very natural, and it's very, very empathetic of you to feel that way. So what you're feeling is not normal, and on top of that, it's something that I wish a lot of people felt. And you could not imagine the amount of people who walk away from situations, who step away from situation, and they don't think about the other person at all. And they leave situations very, very messy. They leave situations without any type of clarity of where they stand because they just walk away without saying anything and not giving a fuck. So I want you to look at that question you asked and answer it for yourself. And in my opinion, the answer to that question is you're very, very empathetic. You feel for people, you love people, and it's very, very hard for you to walk away from the person that you love without feeling some type of way about it. So I think that you're a very empathetic person, and I love you for that. And I love you for that because I'm an empathetic person. I'm a very empathetic person too, so I feel exactly what you feel. Type shit. How do people even do that though? Just not care at all because they treated you as a means to an end. So, like I just said, right? So let's talk about means to an end. I love that quote, by the way. That quote is so philosophical. It's so philosophical, but it's so potent. It's so potent. So there have been relationships that I've gotten in, right? I'm gonna just keep it all the way 100. I've dated people where sex was the thing we were there for, or you know, we were like, you know what, like the only way that we finna talk is if we boyfriend and girlfriend, right? Or we were like, you know what, this just makes sense, so let's just do it, right? But then there's also been relationships that I've been in where the goal for both of us was, look, let's just go have a good time. Let's just go have a good dinner. I want to get to know you. Let's just have a good conversation. Let's just see where things go, right? Those relationships, regardless of how long they lasted, have always been the best relationships that I've ever been in. And the reason being is because we were there for each other. So when anybody walks away from a situation and they don't feel for you at all, they were there for some other reason. And they either got it or they did not get it. And they walking away not giving a fuck about it because it's a win-win. For them, it's a win-win. They either walk away not having to deal with you, or they walk away with whatever they intended to get from you in the first place. So that's why they don't have empathy, because they don't give a fuck about you for real, for real. And it's very, very unfortunate for you to be in a situation like that when you gave a fuck about them, because it's like, damn, I wish I knew your intentions from the jump. I wish. And that's literally my philosophy moving forward in dating for the remainder of my life. I will only be in the same room with somebody solely for the purpose of let's enjoy our time together. I don't care how long I'm single. I don't care how bad I want a girlfriend. There's absolutely no way I will date a girl and be like, I'm dating this girl because I'm about to marry her. I'm dating this girl because I want to do this. I want to do that. Absolutely not. The only way I will ever be in a room with a woman ever again is because I want to treat her correctly for the time that I have with her, however long that is. And that time could be extended to a very, very long time if I just move correctly. All I got to do is move correctly. And I avoid not moving correctly if I don't put an end behind her. And I don't treat her as a means to get to whatever the fuck is behind her. And usually for men, what's behind the woman is sex. Typically, it's sex or a flex. It's sex or a flex. It's sex or a flex, and they're using you as a mean to an end. They're using you either as a trophy or they're using you as a toy. And if that's the intention, and if that's the way that you feel, you owe it to yourself to walk away before you get attached, because now they just played a game on you. Now they just spin moved you, and you're going to get into a situation where when they're ready to walk away, you're empathetic for them because your intentions was treating them correctly, was being a good woman to them. but their intentions was something behind you. So that's where empathy comes from. When you treat a person as a in themselves, when you treat them as, you know what, the only reason I opened my mouth to talk to you is because I wanted to talk to you. That was the reason. And when you get yourself in situations like that, you're gonna get your heart broken. Absolutely. And that's completely fine. Heartbreak isn't unhealthy. Heartbreak is something that we all go through. It's supposed to happen when you love correctly. So anybody that's ever had their heart broken, I salute you because you loved that person the right way. Shout out to you. We cooking. My cup is so dirty, I'm scared to drink this shit. Do you think people ever regret? Let me see what that said. Do you think people ever regret how they've treated others? Yes, I'm speaking from personal experience. Yes, absolutely. I've regretted things that I've said. I've regretted things that I've done. But at the end of the day, it's done, right? And the only thing that I can do is heal myself and not do it again. The worst thing I can do is spin the block and paint a fake dream to this person like, I'm going to change. I'm never going to do it again. And I get this person's hopes up. And then I run into temptation again. I don't find myself fully healed. I don't find myself fully educated in the lesson that I put myself through. And then I run that same game on that person again and hurt them the same way. That's why you don't spin the block. That's why you don't spin the block, because you only spent the block because you were emotionally driven to talk to this person again, because you did leave the situation messy. But any situation that you left messy, if you're going to spin the block, you spin the block with the intent of, I know what I'm here for, and I learn from my mistake fully. And there is absolutely no way that I will make that mistake again. But if that's not the way that you come in, you owe it to that person to leave them the fuck alone. So yeah, I've been there. I've spent the block before and hurt the person worse than I hurt them before. Absolutely. And I'm very immature for doing that in the time that I did it. And that's why my mindset is a little bit different. I wish my cup was clean. Should I just get a new cup? New cup. One sec. Y'all can't see this part. Squid, what's wrong? Talk to me. What we got, y'all? Let me see if how the sound. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Oh, that sounds great. It's a little echoey. It's a little echoey, but it's okay. I can just some motherfuckers is on the live, but not yeah. Crazy, right? What type of questions we got, y'all? But yeah, man, yeah, like, you know, I don't want people out here dating people with the intentions of doing some whole other shit outside of just treating a person correctly. That should be the main intention. That should be the only intention. Is like, you know what? Let me just be honest with this person. Let me be upfront with this person. Let me be real with this person, rather than hiding the truth and warping the mechanism in me that makes me me. That's what lying does. Lying is warping the mechanism within you that makes you you. And when you lie enough, that lie becomes the truth. And you really become that shit. And then you become a real liar. You become somebody who a motherfucker can't even look at you the right way. Are we seeing you at the Run Club this Saturday? Maybe. I might pop out. I might pop in. How do you control your anger towards someone you are in a relationship with? You control it by expressing it in a healthy way. Oh my goodness, man. Let me remove this. My fault. They was selling me. How do I express it healthy? Because I punched him in the jaw. Okay. All right. So that's not healthy. Punching him in the jaw, crazy work. And let me tell you why I feel like a woman should never, ever, ever put her hands on a man. Let's say, for instance, you get away with it. Let's say you run up on me as a woman, right? And you put your hands on me. You hit me in the jaw. I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, you got away with it. Unless I got Stinkabug with me and she put hands and feet on you, right? Let's say you run up on my brother. You hit him in the jaw. You get away with it. Unless he got Stinkabug with him and she get on you, right? But you building up the confidence in your mind that, I'm getting away with putting my hands on dudes, until you run into a dude who ain't got no home training, who wasn't raised by no women, who wasn't raised with no type of common sense and don't know how to act. And he wild out. And he go overboard. And he hurt you for real, for real. It's not his fault. It's not his fault at all. It's yours. It's yours. You should have never, ever put yourself in the habit of putting your hands on somebody who scientifically proven is physically dominant over you. And that's just what I tell my sisters. That's what I tell all of the women in my life, is that no matter what the circumstance is, no matter how mad you get, you do not put your hands on a man, period. Because it's dangerous as hell. And we've seen so many instances on the internet. We've seen so many instances in real life where a woman was audacious enough to put her hands on a man, and it turned out terrible. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. If you get yourself in a situation where you're that mad, you walk away. I don't care what nobody say. As a grown adult, as a fully functional adult with bills, with things going on, with people caring about you, the best thing you can do is be the bigger person. Anybody on that tough guy shit, that tough girl shit, tough shit at all in 2024 is played out. It's played out. Anybody who's a crash out in 2024, I'm looking at you and I'm calling you stupid to your face. And if you get mad enough to want to fight me, guess what I'm going to do? Walk away. Dumbass. If you get mad and want to fight, just write. That's what I do. No, you should not get mad and want to fight. If you get mad, be mad as hell. And go home and take your mad ass home and get in the bed and be mad. The thing about a fight is that you can fight somebody and win the fight, but at the end of the day, you still got to go home and wipe your face off, and you got a bloody nose and you got a bloody lip. So the question is did you win the fight for real? What was the point of it? I think fighting is tacky as hell. I be feeling violated and he not listening to what I'm saying, so I get physical. Yep, all right. She's a goner. Yep, wrap it up. All right, y'all. Till next time. Fuck. Shit. Amber, you play too much. Yep, she's a goner. I said right, not fight. I ain't gonna lie. Anybody who pull out a notebook mid altercation is a therapist. Don't leave. Answer my question real quick, Pop. Pin it, Squill. Can you pin Alexis Nicole's question, please? I didn't see it. I journal when I'm mad. When I'm mad, I just go be by myself. When I'm mad, I just go be by myself. And I calm down before I express myself, because anybody who acts out of emotion like that, if you automatically go to action when you're mad or sad, usually the action is not the best action. So those emotions is emotions that you address when they go down. Yeah, go for a walk. Yeah, you got to suppress an emotion like that. If you can't vocalize it with words in a healthy way, then you should be definitely doing whatever you can to go be by yourself. Bro, her question far as hell. Oh, Squill. Squill selling us tonight, y'all. Bottle shit up. Yeah. You know what I do when I'm angry? So when I'm angry as hell, when I'm really, really upset, when I'm really, really sad, you know what I do? I call somebody around me. I call one of my brothers. I call Squill. I call my grandma. And you know what that conversation looks like? Let me tell you what so-and-so just did. This MF, this, that, this B word, this B word, that. And I get it all out. And I get it out in the healthiest way possible. I get it out to safe spaces. You see, the thing is that I feel like a lot of the times when we're angry and when we're mad at somebody, we think that they need to hear it. We think that they need to see us mad. We think that they need to see us sad. We think that they need to see us defeated. That's what you are. If you feel the need to prove yourself to somebody who wronged you, you're defeated. Remember that. If you find yourself, I want everybody remember that. If you find yourself having to prove yourself to somebody who wronged you, you're defeated. You're defeated. You lost. You should never get to that point. You should never get to that point. Never let anybody see you defeated. It don't matter how bad it hurt. It don't matter how wrong they did you. At the end of the day, if you mad and you feel the way to express your madness or sadness is to them, you lost. Please go into that one bar that you said on the phone earlier. Which one? Which one? We be talking. We be talking that talk, brother. I talk about. Thank you for getting on my tail, though. I'm not doing that no more. Yeah, don't do that because I'm not gonna lie. He might be the man who's letting you get away with it. He really might be the man that's letting you get away with it. Let's say y'all never talk again and you get with your next boyfriend and that next boyfriend makes you just as mad as the previous one did. You gonna hit him too? You don't even know folks just got out. You don't even know folks a real crash out. Like, you don't know. You got to be smooth, man. Y'all got to keep your hands to yourselves. You got to be smooth. Don't form bad habits. Do not form bad habits. I don't do stuff to people that I don't want them doing to me. Absolutely. That's the golden rule. Treat others the way that you want to be treated. Now, I have a reversal from that, but we won't go there. I have a reversal off of the golden rule. I have a video about that. You know what I'm saying? I love your videos. I love you. I love you back. I don't feel like anybody can compliment me better than I can compliment them. Unfortunately. You see, my love language is words of affirmation. So if you ever say anything that makes me feel any type of good, I'm coming back times 10. That's just the way it goes, to be honest. Deal with it. Love from New Zealand. We getting love from New Zealand now. Hey, I want to shout out to the block. Hey, shout out to my block. We getting love from New Zealand now, guys. We getting love from New Zealand, guys. And one day we're going to go to New Zealand. We're going to pop out. We're going to be in New Zealand throwing up H-Block. Yeah. Yeah, all that. Need advice. How do I find a man that has the same mindset as you? So whatever your day-to-day is, as a single person, as a person that is not talking to anybody, I want you to go live a week and do all of whatever your normal week would consist of. If you wake up at 5 a.m. and go to the gym, then after that you go to work, and then after that you go to a coffee shop, get some more work done. Then after that, you feel me, you go to the library. Then after that, you go do this and you go do that. Whatever your day-to-day is, the person with a similar mindset as you is somewhere in that day-to-day. But if you ever deviate and you try to go find somebody that's outside of whatever you are, you're not going to find somebody that has the same mindset as you. A lot of times, right, when people want to date, the first thing that they think to do is go to the club. I'll go to the club. It's a bunch of single people in a club, but they don't have the same mindset. Yes, they're single, absolutely, but that does not equate to same mindset. You find people with the same mindset as you by being your best self, and you'll attract the person that's for you. I'm always for attract, never chase. I'll never, ever, ever sell anything. I'll never, ever sell myself to anybody. No, I'm going to just be myself, and it's going to attract whoever's meant to be around me. Attract, never chase. Don't chase anybody. That's corny. I'm trying to debate you sometimes, my guy. You trying to debate me? Good luck. How do you deal with friends who only want to talk to you about their negative moments? Um, you see, it's a tough thing, I feel like, to talk about, because that's tough, because I feel like if that's the dynamic that y'all have, you got to also see it from their point of view, right? You got to see it from their point of view, is that they view you as their safe space, right? And sometimes as a friend, you have to take that L sometimes, you feel me, and be that person who receives somebody in vulnerable states. So I would not tell you to change anything about that relationship. I would tell you to be strong in that relationship and continuously be for that person what you need to be for that person. In any event that you feel exhausted, any event that you can't do it anymore, I do think that you should do what's necessary for yourself and step away. But I don't think that you should change the dynamic of that relationship, because at the end of the day, she may go to you because you're the only person that she can go to. So it's a tough one. It's a tough one to deal with. It's definitely a tough one to deal with. But at the end of the day, it's like, it is what it is. I got people in my life who literally only call me to talk about stuff that is going terribly in their life. But I answer the phone every single time. Call me every single time. It's cool. That's what I'm here for. I got friends who call me and only tell me about the happy stuff in their life. I don't even know how bad shit is going, right? But at the end of the day, that's what I'm here for. That's the dynamic. That's the purpose I serve. And that's fine. I love the way you speak on topics, and I just want to ask, how did you become so emotionally intelligent? I think that I just be talking that talk. I think I just be talking that talk, honestly. I think I just read a lot. I watch a lot of podcasts. I receive a lot of information from a bunch of different people from a bunch of different walks of life. So I feel like I can offer a perspective that may not have necessarily come from me, but it's come from a person who's a valued person, a successful person in this world. So I just get a lot of information from a lot of different places, and it resonates with me in a way that I can express it to the people who love to hear my messages. So, yeah. So thank you for the compliment. I love you. I love you. Shout out to you. How do you walk away from a relationship that you put energy and time in, but you know it's over? A lot of things do just run their course. A lot of things run their course, absolutely. And that consists of a mutual understanding that we did all we could do. We did all we could do. Is there anything left for us? What do you see for us? Are you happy with the way things are going? Are you secure in what we have? Do you feel like I'm showing up for you the way that you need to be shown up for? And that person should be asking those same questions to you. It should be a very, very reciprocal conversation. The same questions that you're asking is the same questions that you should be answering. And when those answers get different, when those views become conflicting, then yeah, it may have ran its course, and that's completely fine. And you walk away from that thing in a healthy manner. That's the way you do that. But it's nothing, you know, malicious about viewing things as like, you know what, we did our absolute best for each other given the time that we had. And I wish that person the absolute best. And that person is still family to me. That person is still going to be somebody who, if they need me for anything, I'm still there for them. Like, that's fine. But I don't think that everything has to end toxic. Everything doesn't have to end toxically. And I think that's what we're programmed to believe, is that the only way you should go through a breakup is if it's cheating, abuse, something crazy as hell. Nah, we can just be like, you know what? Do we have anything left? Am I serving you the way that you want to be served? Are you enjoying the time that we had together? Is the sex still good? Like, those is conversations. Those is real life grown up conversations. You feel me? I love getting here and asking questions I've been pondering over the past week. Thank you. Love you. They got the motorcycles outside. This drink gave me a headache, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I might have to. I give so much, and no matter how drained I feel, I still keep trying. You think that's healthy? You think that's healthy? I feel like you said that as if it's healthy. You're drained, but you keep trying. How would you feel if the person that you was with said that to you? I'm drained. I don't want to do this no more. I'm tired. I'm exhausted, but I'm just doing it because I love you. What would you say to that person? Go take care of yourself. Go get some rest. I don't want you to do that for me. That's unhealthy as hell. If you was fucking working out in the gym and your fucking legs was shaking and wobbling, you wouldn't do 5 more reps. Hell no, you gonna burn out. You gonna hurt your damn self. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You can't pour from an empty cup. Absolutely not. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. That's not it. Squill so handsome. Cap. This is Trust God, man. They keep on sending me live violations. Okay, I pinned the shirt, y'all. Everybody, this is Trust God. This is Trust God. It's some shorts that come with it. It's a nice, nice brand. Everybody go rock with Trust God. It's amazing. Hold on, let me put it on the live. You feel me? Trust God. Go cop that. Go grab that. Linked. It's linked right there. Go grab that. What have you been doing to get back to where you want to be mentally and emotionally? Prayed, took some time alone. That way my open wounds don't bleed on the people around me. Got my fitness, my physical fitness to where I wanted it to be. Not necessarily where I wanted it to be, but in the direction that I wanted it to be. So I've been waking up a little bit earlier, making sure that I got that in before I continued on with my day. But it's been a real personal growth stage of my life that I've been in. And in the event that I get overwhelmed, anytime that I get overwhelmed, anytime that I feel like I need to talk to somebody, like there's things on my heart that I need to get out, I call people who I know is going to answer the phone for me every single time. And they drill me with information. They give me the information that I need because they know me very, very well. And I don't shy away from that. And I don't care how harsh the advice that they're going to give me is. At the end of the day, I still make them calls because I need it. So anything personal development wise, anything self-growth wise, anything self-improvement wise, you got to view yourself as somebody who needs help. So give yourself all of the attention that you need. You don't run yourself in a million different directions and you overwork yourself because you're hurting. That's crazy. And that's what we're programmed to do. Okay, I'm not feeling good. Let's go 10x something. No, that's not the way it works. If you're not feeling good, if you need to take care of yourself, you need to go take care of yourself. That's exactly what I do every single time. And it takes a very, very humble person to go to ground zero and be like, okay, cool. I need to take step 1. I can't think about step 2, step 3, step 4. I need to take step 1. That's humility. I feel like athletes especially think that way too. Hey, I was an athlete. What steps do you take when your mental health is really bad? Your mental health is not really bad. I hate the term mental health, and this is why. All of my people out here who are promoting mental health, let's change the diction of mental health and let's turn it into mental fitness. And this is why. Mental health is putting out the notion that there is something wrong with your mental because you're not feeling good. So you're depressed, you're sad, you're mad, you're going through something, you're mentally unhealthy. That's not true. Mental fitness is okay, cool. I'm depressed, I'm sad, I'm mad. I need to work on my mental. There's work that needs to be done. I need to strengthen my mental. I need to go from being mad to being happy. I need to go from being sad to being glad. But you're not unhealthy in any way because you go through emotions. At the end of the day, all of us get sad. All of us get mad. All of us get depressed. All of us go through shit. So you mean to tell me that every single person walking this planet is unhealthy? Every single person on this planet's mental health is crazy? No. But right now, you might not be mentally strong. Right now, mentally, yes, you might be weak. But that absolutely does not mean that these muscles cannot be strengthened. Mental fitness. Mental fitness. Do not throw words like mental health around to people who are going through things because you're putting the notion out that, hey, you're going through something, you're unhealthy right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. As a black man, what are your thoughts on therapy? Go get all of the help you need. If you see that as something that you need, go get it. Absolutely. What to do when a person keeps trying to meet you with what? What to do when a person keeps trying to meet you with? What do you mean? I know all the little doctors and the therapists is finna come at me for that, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm standing on that. You're gonna have to really, really debate me if you want me to change my mind on the mental health versus mental fitness. I'm sorry. There's absolutely nothing wrong with people. You remember that comment that said you look like Ludacris? I mean, you the motherfucker that said it. Y'all be trying me. Hey, hey, I like the posters. Hey, hey, I like you. Now what? A chemical imbalance in the brain gives the feeling of depression, which means unhealthy. Have you ever been depressed? Squill? Have you ever been depressed? One second, y'all. I'm waiting on Squill to respond. You've been depressed? Are you unhealthy? Mentally, are you unhealthy? Law student? You Chicago? Mentally, are you unhealthy? Are you depressed right now? Are you depressed right now? So if you were depressed then and you called it unhealthy, but you're not depressed right now, therefore you're not unhealthy, would you say that maybe back then mentally you weren't fit to deal with the things that you were feeling and you were going through a lot and it was wearing on you, but you worked your way out of it? You did the work, you did the self work, you took care of your mental, and now you're in a space where mentally in that arena you're stronger. You feel better. You worked on that, and mentally you're fit to deal with the same issues that you were dealing with then. Those same issues still live within you now, but you handle it a completely different way because you worked on it. Would you not consider that mentally fit? Let's talk about it. We can do it. No, I would say I was depressed and I took medication therapy to fix it. We'll have a conversation. That they're not unhealthy. So we're considering ourselves just unhealthy for the remainder of our lives, even when we work through situations that once put us in bad spaces. So that's like me saying, I used to be obese. I used to be obese. I used to be very, very unhealthy. I used to be obese, unhealthy. But I worked out. I ate correctly, medication. I ate correctly. I put the right things in my body. Therefore, I'm not obese anymore. Am I still unhealthy? Or was I not fit and now I'm fit? And it took for me to do work. It took for me to work out. It took for me to put the correct things in my body and change the things that I had going on for me to be in a better space. Now, let me say this. I do understand that there are mental disorders and mental things that people actually go through, things that cannot be controlled by ourselves. But when we talk about mental health and the way that mental health is thrown around, mental health is thrown around with people who are depressed, sad, mad, go through things, or all of these type of things. Those type of things are things that need to be worked on. And in any event that you work on them, you can come out of them. That's why I say mentally fit. So are you saying someone depressed isn't mentally unhealthy? I'm not saying that. I don't believe that they're mentally unhealthy. No. I don't believe that. That's my belief system. My belief system is that somebody who is depressed is not unhealthy. They're just mentally not fit to battle what they're battling in this moment, and they need to work on it. That's how I feel. That's how I feel because I've been depressed. I've been in a situation where I literally could not move, could not think, could not act, didn't have anything to say, wasn't taking care of myself, was in a completely terrible spot. And it took real work. It took real steps in an intended direction for me to get myself out of that. And the more and more I worked at it, the easier it became and the lighter that load became. And I made myself fit in that arena. That's your belief system. Way to cover tracks, brother. You're extremely smart. Oh, no. No. That's my belief system for sure, but I'll definitely go. We can go at, like, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it, brother. Nah, it ain't got to be my belief system. Okay, it's not my belief system. Let's keep it going. We can do it. I'm telling you. I'm standing on that. I'm standing on that. I would hate for you to be walking around right now with, I understand that there's things that we all go through. I'm sure that there's things that talking about I got it, bro. Yeah, I'm telling you, we can do it. Why is it when you walk away from someone that you know is not good for you, it breaks your heart? Girl, I answered that question already. We an hour in, y'all. So I think we're gonna wrap it up there. We're gonna wrap it up there. That's live from the Hooga with your boy Masionoo G. Peace and love.